What's going on, everybody? Welcome to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Pitter Patter Pop. So today we're talking about the boy DOPPIO, who just came out. A lot of people are really excited for him. Then it kind of turned out that he is not super crazy, and everyone was looking at Epitaph as being like the potential next King Crimson or like Star Platinum. Uh, Not really the case. He basically what he does is he replaces block tiles with his own tiles, and then he increases his own spawn rate. So he'll turn any tile that's overwritten into him, well, up to an extent. I think it's 10, up to 10 of them. And then for the remainder of the duration of his ability, his own spawn rate is doubled. So basically, it's a Diavolo partner, which I kind of like because it's like lore appropriate, you know? Um, this is pretty much the only team you're going to run him on. Or you can use him in like events where enemies block a bunch of tiles. You can definitely use him for that, like boss fights and stuff. He's not super score attack friendly. He's really not, which is unfortunate because I like the idea of this team. Because obviously, like I said, it's lore friendly, which is cool, and also they can use the double pink stickers, which is the Josuke like bonus special sticker, which is also cool. I don't think there's like I said, like in the sticker video, I don't think there's a ton of teams that can use that very well. So I like the idea that there is one, at least, that could do it. Unfortunately, I don't think that DOPPIO is good enough to warrant it, because I don't think that DOPPIO is even necessarily Diavolo's best partner. I think that's still going to be voiced Giorno, just because he's so much more consistent and he's so much easier to get like 5x5s and stuff with. With DOPPIO, you're basically just relying on RNG to get what you want, which is not super safe. It's just generally not what you want to do. Oh god. Oh my god. See, like right here, I'm just getting spawns into everything other than what I want. Well, at least we got a 3x3 right at the last second there. So that's something, but he's definitely more suited toward content that just kind of needs clearing stuff, like Jotaro events. Like he'd be really good in those because those are really annoying to clear those locks without like box makers or something. Then you don't need that anymore. You can just use a whoops, don't know why I did that. You can just use a DOPPIO skill and he'll wipe out all those lock tiles. So that's something. But as a character in score attack, I just don't see it. I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know. I could definitely be wrong, but I'm not seeing too much appeal here. Other than, you know, general cool factor, which DOPPIO does have in spades, because he's obviously gets to pair it with Diavolo, which is cool, etc., etc. That's like the main nice thing that I'm gonna say about him is that he pairs up with Diavolo, and that's cool. Oh no, I think I left my box. It's gonna get wiped, isn't it? Yeah, I'm stupid. I'm dumb. Yeah, the main nice thing that I really have to say about DOPPIO is that his execution is cool as a Diavolo body. I wish they would have just gone over the maybe now that people are like, Diavolo's good, you know, we don't have to have the conversation anymore about whether or not he sucks. Maybe they just don't want people to be able to like do crazy stuff with him, but like he can't even really, you know, he can't generate any charge tiles like Voice Giorno can. He can't really do a lot of things like Voice Giorno can for Diavolo, which is a problem because Diavolo is your moneymaker when you're trying to use him. You need someone that can really make his moves explode. DOPPIO is not that guy. Not that guy by any stretch. Uh, Like, he does pretty good hits when you get lucky, but it sucks that you have to use a skill where you have to get lucky. You know what I mean? Because, like, Voice Joiner doesn't have to do that. Doesn't have to do that at all. But like, he rings the frog, and he's got the one eye. Ah, man. Like, he's such a cool designed character that just doesn't have it. It just doesn't have it. He's built specifically to be Diavolo's best buddy, but he doesn't do things that, well, I mean, he does do things that Diavolo needs, but he doesn't do them to the extent that someone like Jorno does them, and Jorno does them completely by accident. That's the crazy thing, is that, like, when Jorno buffs Diavolo, he's just kind of doing it as a byproduct of Jorno doing what he already wants to do. Whereas Doppio is built specifically, at least it feels like to me, built specifically for Diavolo. Like, they looked at Diavolo and they said, let's make him and Doppio a thing. And that was what they did. And they ended up coming up with someone that is not that good. I mean, he's good at what he does in that he's probably the second best partner for Diavolo, but he doesn't bring anything to the table that Jorno doesn't already bring, and it just makes me wonder what the point of it was. If you're gonna make, like, someone this specific who basically needs Diavolo to be worthwhile outside of, like, very specific events that is not your main selling point event, because obviously score attack is, like, the big cheese that everybody wants to be good at, why would you make his best buddy someone that is not that? Even if you discount, like, certain aspects of the character, so, like, you don't want to you want to talk about only their ceiling, right? All you care about is that he is Diavolo's buddy and he's good at that. He's good at being Diavolo's friend. Jorno is better at that still, and he's not as dependent on Diavolo, which is another thing that, if you can't tell, I'm very frustrated with the execution of like Doppio's abilities. Because, like I said, if you're gonna build a character specifically to be the buddy to another character, he better be the best one. I don't think that's asking too much. I feel like he could have been something cool and, like, crazy and powerful, and they opted not to. I mean, game balance is good, like, obviously. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you should break your game every time you want to make a combination or anything like that, but, like, Doppio's only purpose is to make Diavolo strong, and he just isn't super great at that. Like, it's just weird. It's just weird. I was really expecting them to have done better. Especially because so many people wanted Doppio, and, like, I don't know, he didn't pan out the way that I guess anybody really wanted. And so now he's just kind of like a neat collector's unit. I mean, like, the combo still hurts. Like, this will do 1,000,000 something. Yeah, 1.3. Like, that still hurts. That's doing big boy Diavolo damage. But Jorno hurts more for less effort and less luck. That's the main thing. It's like, I think I've said that's the main thing like 14 times when expressing my displeasure about Doppio. But it's like, it's luck. It's all luck-based. And Jorno doesn't have to worry about that. He's not luck-based at all. He's super consistent with Diavolo. Like, yeah, there's a little bit of luck to it. There's always a little bit of luck to, like, stand-up time units. Like, sometimes you just get bad spawns, like right there with these Angelos. I was just moving tiles, and they all kind of all Angelo'd me all at one time. Like, it happens. But you're making a character that's dependent purely on spawn rate in stand-up time. So you're stuck with this limited window of time to get his spawn rate to where you need it to be. And, like, you can't... If anything bad happens that messes it up, you're just out of luck already. Everything just goes bad for you, and bad stuff happens, and you lose. Like, oh, where's my Doppio in the middle there? Can I get one? Can I get one after all this time? Can I get one? There we go. It's like 1.1. Like, that hurts. Which is fine. It sucks because I mean, I'm dumping on the unit really hard, but, like, I wanted him to be really cool because Doppio is one of those, like, he's one of those characters that, like, he's not technically the big bad, you know, but he's like a Wamu. type character that like you know, he's not the big bad, but well, he kind of is the big bad. Whatever. You guys have seen JoJo. You know what I'm talking about. But like he's just a really cool, unique, fun character, and I really wanted to see him be good, and I thought he really had the potential to be good because Epitaph could have easily just done anything King Crimson related and been really good, and he just doesn't have it. I mean, he's totally usable. Like, you know, it was easy to get 1.5 million in score attack right there with him. So you can obviously get all your score attack rewards. You're not going to place with him. He's just not built for that kind of content. So, I mean, when you're going up against stuff like Jotaro events or something like that where he puts those annoying locks down, he could be good for that too, but anybody's good for that. You know, you just have to make a box to get rid of those. I don't know. He's not like worthless. Especially if you have, like, well, if you don't have Diavolo, he's pretty close to worthless. But if you have Diavolo, like, he's one of Diavolo's best buddies. It's just that Diavolo already had a really specific team that made him really good. So, like, I think Diavolo is one of the best characters in the game. But he kind of needed Giorno, right, to push him over that limit. And you need to play him the right way with Giorno. And Doppio makes the way that you need to play to get Diavolo to be one of those top characters harder. Like, it's harder to get Diavolo where you want him to be because of the things that Giorno does that Doppio doesn't. Like, Doppio doesn't really, unless you get like a crazy stage where there's a million block tiles, like he's not going to make boxes that Diavolo can use later. He doesn't charge, so he doesn't recover skill as fast as Giorno does. He's a strictly inferior Giorno for Diavolo that isn't dependent on using his ability when Diavolo uses it. Like, this is like my first unit review, I think, where I'm just cranky. I'm just super cranky that they did my boy like this. It sucks. It sucks. I like Doppio design-wise more than Diavolo. Like, so I don't know. I was hoping he would be cool. I was hoping he would be, like, similar to Diavolo. Like, maybe he has Epitaph, and so he, like, I don't know, maxes out his buddy's skill or something. Like, something crazy, you know? Or maybe not even maybe maxes it out, but just, like, gives them half. Like, fills 50% of their gauge or something. Imagine how cool that would be, because he's, like, looking into the future. So in the future, your guy would have more skill gauge than he has right now. So Epitaph sees that your guy has more skill gauge, and then he gives it to him. Like, that would be crazy, and it would be cool, and it would be really good for guys like Hideo or Anubis Polnareff or something like that. But instead, he is the second best support to an already very picky top-tier character. So that's what we got. Happy Golden Week. See you guys later. Bye. Really cranky about it.